Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Portia, and in today's video we are going to be doing a Q&A about being in the military. So if you are interested in this type of content and you want to know more about me and life in the military, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So I have a list of questions. It's kind of like the frequently asked questions of the military. So I'm gonna just go through the list and then try to answer some of the questions for y'all. So question number one, what is your job? For y'all that don't know, I am a hospital corpsman in the United States Navy. Hospital corpsman is, in the civilian world, it's equivalent to like a medical assistant. Hospital corpsmen do all things medical related. That's your basic job. Now within the medical field, you can have a specialty. It could be like a pharmacy tech, a lab tech, a mental health tech. You could work in immunizations, you could work in OBGYN. Any of the any departments that you got in the hospital, basically we have those jobs as well. It'll just be like your specialty. So me personally, my specialty is dental assistant. So I essentially work in a dental clinic. All right, so question number two, how long was your school? After we go to boot camp, you go to your A school, which is basically learning how to do your basic job. So like I said, my job is hospital corpsman. So back when I joined in 2006, hospital corpsman, we went to school in Great Lakes, Illinois. So I was in A school from February to June, so about 4 months ish. And when I went through school, it was self-paced. So if you went through quickly in 2 months, you got through it in 2 months. If it took you a little longer, it took you a little longer, but it was more so like self-taught, and you finished when you finished for the most part. All right, so next question. Oh, and after that, so like I said, everybody goes through their basic A school. So we all go through hospital corps school. And then if you want a specific specialty, like my specific specialty is dental assisting, you go to another school on top of that, which is called C school. So you can go to your C school right after you get out of boot camp and right after your A school, or you can go to a C school later on in your career. So when I graduated boot camp, I went to my first duty station, and then after my first duty station, that's when I went to my C school. So next question is, how long is your contract? In the Navy, everybody's contract is different. The basic contract is usually like 4 years, but for hospital corpsmen, our contract is 5 years. So that consists of the regular 4-year contract with a 12-month extension, essentially making it a total of 5 years. The next question is, how long is boot camp? So when I went through boot camp way back when in 2006, early 2007, it was 8 weeks. Now I think it's more like 12 weeks, but I think that's because of COVID and the quarantine period that they make you go through and all this and that. But back when I went through boot camp, it was only 8 weeks long 8 weeks, but it was only 8 weeks. So next question is it hard being in the military? I wouldn't necessarily say that it's hard. It depends on like your job and your lifestyle. For me, the military is not hard. Honestly, like my career has felt like a 9 to 5. Like I work Monday through Friday, usually 8 to 9 hours a day, no weekends, no holidays unless I'm on duty. So for me, for the most part, it's been pretty easy. But like a saying in the Navy is, pick your rate, pick your fate. So the type of job you have essentially gonna dictate what type of lifestyle you have. So for me, for the most part, it's been easy. It hasn't really been that tough. So next question is, would you rather join sooner or later than when you joined? So with me, I literally joined right after high school. So I graduated high school in 2006 in June-ish, and then I left for boot camp in December. So I ain't waste no time. I left right away. So would I join later than that? No, not necessarily. I like the fact that I joined right out of high school because December, and this December coming up, I'll be at my 17-year mark, which means I only got 3 more years to retirement. So the sooner you join, the quicker you get to retirement. So if I would have joined later in life, then I would be that much further away from retirement. If I would have waited, what's the point of waiting? I probably wouldn't have joined. All right, so what was your first duty station? So my first duty station was Pensacola, Florida. So I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. So I kind of wanted my first duty station to be, you know, close to home. Because like I said, I joined when I was 18. So I was still a kid and I didn't want to be too far away from home. So I went to Pensacola, and it was only like a 5-hour drive, you know, for me. So I still felt close. I went home at least like once a month, if not more. So Pensacola, Florida, I liked it. Cool command, party. That was my party command, like party. All right, next question. How long have you been in? So I have been in 16, almost 17 years. So December 5th, 2006 is when I joined. So December 5th, 2023 will be my 17-year mark. Next question. Are you doing 20 years? I am most definitely doing 20 years unless they decide to kick me out before that. I didn't join with the intention on doing 20 years, but if it happens, you know, it happens. So my philosophy was always like, I never had a reason to get out. That's why I didn't get out. I stayed in, but I didn't join like, yeah, I'm gonna be a lifer, I'm gonna do 20. Nope, I joined for 5 years, and 16 years later, I'm still here. So yes, I plan on doing 20. Next question is, do you regret joining? I do not regret joining the military, or I do not regret joining the Navy. I actually love it. Yes, the day-to-day BS gets on my nerves, but the overall perspective, I like the military. It's done a lot for me, and I've gained a lot from it. So yes, I do not regret joining at all. Next question, would you join again? Oh, most definitely. If I had to do it all over again, I would probably try to go the officer route, because this enlisted shit is for the birds. Yeah, I would try to, like, if I would have joined later, I would have went to college first, and then I would have had my degree, and then once you have your degree, then you can join as an officer. But all the stuff that I know now, if I would have known it back then, yeah, I would have joined as an officer. But yes, to answer the question, I would do it all over again. Next question is, how do you get promoted? So in the Navy, to get promoted, we have to take an exam. So back in the day, it's called an advancement exam. So back in the day, our exam, it used to be a 200 question test, and you had 3 hours to answer 200 questions. Old school, you got a booklet and a Scantron and a number 2 pencil, and you know, you went through and answered your 200 questions. So now it's only 175 questions, and they're all specific to your rating, MOS, your job, you know, whatever you want to call it. So once everybody takes the test, so you're competing against every other person in your rate and at that same rank. So like, I'm an E6 hospital corpsman, so me and every other E6 that's eligible for the HM exam, we all taking our tests at the same time. So once everybody, you know, takes the test, I don't know if they graded on a curve, but there'll be that baseline cutoff to pass the test. So you'll get your standard score for passing the test, and then first you got to pass the test, but then there's also a cutoff on the amount of people that can get promoted. So we get promoted based off quotas. So quotas is the number of vacancies in the next rank. So if for this cycle there are 215 quotas available, so 3,000 people taking the exam, but there's only 218 quotas. That's real competitive and real tough. So yeah, and then my job, we are the largest rate in the whole Navy, so it's a shit ton of us. So advancement or promotion for us is real tough because it's so many of us and so little quotas. So like I said, if 3,000 people taking the test and they only looking to promote 218, you gotta like ace that shit. You need to have all the award points. You need some degrees. You need everything to try to get up there. So yeah, so promotion for us isn't that great and it takes a while, but if you study your ass off, you know, you bust your ass at work, you have awards, accolades, you have a good evaluation, you can get there. All right, so next question. Does the Navy pay for college? Yes, the military pays for you to go to school. That is one of the reasons why I joined. So I have a bachelor's degree and the military paid for all of it. I ain't paid for none of it out of my pocket. I got my associate's degree and I got my bachelor's degree all on the Navy's dime. No student loan debt whatsoever. Nope, wasn't happening. And then we also have this thing called the Montgomery GI Bill or the post 9/11 GI Bill. So when you first joined, for like the first year, you pay money, I think it's like $100 a month. You pay money into your Montgomery GI Bill. Because that's what we had back when I joined. And what it was is once you get out, or even while you in, you can use your Montgomery GI Bill. But it pays for 36 months worth of schooling. You know, if you get out or if you want to use it on the outside. But now they switched it to the post 9/11 GI Bill, where same thing, they pay for up to 36 months of schooling, plus you get like E5 BAH on top of that. So wherever you're going to school at, whatever that zip code is, that's what your BAH is going to be based off of. And then in order to get like full entitlements, you have to be in a face-to-face class. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna take 2 classes online and try to max out and get all this high New York BAH, this, that, and the third. No, you at least gotta be in one face-to-face class, and then, you know, everything else can be online. So, but yes, the military does pay for you to go to college. They'll also pay for any certifications that you want. So if you wanna, like, if you are a lab tech and you draw blood and you want to get your phlebotomist certification, you can go to this website called NavyQ, and they'll pay for you to take the test and get your license. They'll give you like a voucher, and you know, you can get stuff like that. So yeah, they'll pay for it. Next question. Oh, and then on top of that, so like I said, I already got my bachelor's degree using tuition assistance, so I don't plan on touching my post 9/11 GI Bill. So the good thing about that is if you don't use it, you can transfer it to your dependents. So my GI Bill is transferred, it's split up between my son and my daughter. So, and it's lifetime, like it won't expire, it won't go nowhere, because my kids are, my son about to be 8 next week, or 2 weeks, and then my daughter's 3. So it's gonna be a long while before they get to college and need to use their GI Bill. So the good thing is it's the forever GI Bill and it's not gonna expire. So they don't gotta rush to use it. But like I said, it's 36 months worth of schooling. So it's split between the two of them. My husband, he don't need it because he was prior active duty, so he had his own GI Bill. So since he's been out, he's used his GI Bill to get all his degrees and certification as well. So yeah, it's another good thing about that. You can transfer it to your dependents, meaning your spouse or your kids, and they can use that to pay for college instead of you paying for college out of your pocket. All right, next question. Does the military pay you enough? So So for the crap that we gotta deal with every day and the BS that we gotta deal with every way, hell no, they do not pay us enough. We get paid a decent amount, but definitely nowhere near enough. So basic pay. So the basic pay is the same for everybody in the military. So like you can Google what the military pay chart for was 2023, and then you will see. So your pay is based off your rank and your years of service. So for me, you go down, you find a little chart, you go to E6, and then find your way over to, I think they do 2-year increments. So look at the over 16 years tab, and then that's how much my base pay is. But along with that, you get BAH. So if you're married and you have dependents or you have kids as your dependents, and the Navy will pay for your housing. So you get money for that, and that's based off your zip code wherever you live at. So Jacksonville, my rent is paid based off living here. And then another payment is BAS. You could say it's equivalent to like food stamps. So BAS is, they give us like, I think it's like $400 something for food and stuff, but it's definitely not enough, because I can go grocery shopping for like a week or two, and that's already $200 something right there. I go shopping twice, 2-3 times, and yeah, blew through that. So yes, but I mean, we do get decent money, but it ain't a lot. And with these high gas prices, inflation, rent going, all this, that, and the third, these bills, no, we don't get paid enough. And the stuff that we gotta do every day, all day, they definitely need to increase that pay. Like, we need a good pay raise, Alright, next question is, what did you do before the Navy? So, like I said, I joined right out of high school. So, what was I doing before the Navy? I was a senior in high school. So, yeah, easy question. I joined right out of high school, so I wasn't doing nothing but being a student. Alright, next question is, does the Navy pay for your housing? Yes. So, if you are authorized to live in a house and not have to live in the barracks, your options are, you can either live on base in military housing. If you live in military housing, they give you BAH, but they take it all. So no matter how much your rent is, they're gonna take all of it. So you live on base essentially for free. But if you choose to, buy a house, apartment, rent, whatever, you want to live off base, then they give you all that money, and then you pay your own rent or your own mortgage, whatever it is that you choose to do. But based off your zip code, the military does give you money for housing, so that's good. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so that's all the questions that I got for now. Like I said, if you guys want to see more military content, just leave me a comment below. If you want me to answer any specific questions that I didn't already answer today, make sure you drop it in the comments. And then, yeah, more military content to come. So if you like this type of content, or if you found this information of value, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And YouTube, I will see you in the next video.